Alright, you guys, I am only borrowing this holster, so I wanted to hurry up and get out my initial opinions on it. And I am speaking of the LAG Tactical AIWB Mark II. This particular one is for the P365XL, which I have a 365X in it. Let's go from top to bottom. Nice full-size sweat guard on the back. I am a fan of sweat guards. This one being a full one hasn't bothered me for bending or sitting in the vehicle or anything like that. Usually for my full-size pistols, when I special order mine, I usually go with a medium height one. On this side here, it is slightly flared out. I'm definitely a fan of that. It just kind of helps with indexing, such as a flare magwell on reholstering the actual pistol. Leading me down to the actual retention clip as far as the method of hooking it to your belt or clothing. There's some slight adjustability. I want to say it's this side. It can slightly canter up or down. And this is actually going to be one of my first complaints with it. Throughout my years, all the different holsters I've owned, used, whatever, and this style of clip, though it works for carry, what I've known is it's not the greatest for consistency. As what I have found is if you don't have a belt that's perfectly the exact same width of it that could stop it from rocking, that would be the problem you're going to have. Any belt that's slightly too smaller than the width of it, you will just have inconsistency on your draw, as you never know as you reach down in that time of need what slight position off it'll be. It could be minor to you, but just something I've noticed. Moving down to the wing. I found the wing is doing exactly what it's intended to do. With concealment, as far as pushing the pistol grip into my body, I found I have zero printing with the actual pistol grip due to the wing that it comes with. Let's see, the holster itself, let's talk about the actual sight channel here. Don't know if there's different options with it, but this one here is for your red dot sights or your suppressor height sights. So my particular pistol does have a raised or high iron sights on it, and there's zero issue with clearance on those whatsoever. Works out perfectly, to include the red dot cut on the holster itself. Nice smooth rounded edges. Retention I haven't messed with. Actually, the retention is the set right out of the box, and for me it works just fine. For my concealment holsters, I like to have the adjustability capability, but I'm not someone who really cranks those down very tight. I don't know, so for the retention, you'll have to be your own judgment on that one. For me, it is completely suitable for me. In the hand, looks like, feels like a great holster. But something I've noticed is, as I said a little while ago, I have the 365X. I chose to go with the 365XL. I find that a longer holster or a holster for concealment that has more mass below the belt line helps aid in concealability, which is why I went with the XL. Despite that, for this model, not speaking of all their models, I have found that it still folds over on me, causing for a serious printing of this portion right here. Being an appendix holster up in your front here, I have found that pretty much from my 11:30 to 12:30, it's just obvious. It's just obvious I got something there. So I pretty much have it slid off to the 1 o'clock, and it is still folding over, but it is the best concealed position for my body build. The problem with it folding over has also led to something else, and for me, it makes this holster extremely uncomfortable. Because it's doing that, it is pushing this bottom part into me, creating a hot spot as of day one. Once again, I'm borrowing this, so I've actually only been using this for 4 days, but as of days 1 through 3, it was roughly 9 to 10 hours, the 2 during and on my way home from work. And it does not take long for that pushing into my body to create a hot spot, and it's just extremely annoying. It was causing me to fidget around with the pistol a lot to try to attempt to make it more comfortable. I've noticed holster companies doing this as part of their mold or offering it to be sold separately. I have never tried one, but if I choose to purchase this holster, I would get one. I don't know what it's called. Those that sell it on the side, it's like this little foam pad, and there's different cuts for different body builds. And what it does is it actually pushes this upper part in. If I am to buy this one, I would definitely have to buy that, because otherwise I cannot, for this pistol model, recommend this particular holster. But once again, I only have 4 or 5 days with this pistol. Let's see, 4 days, 3 days carry, and then today with actually shooting it. As far as for the drawl and everything, using it during today's drills, my only problem was the inconsistency with that actual clip, which is funny because I want to say that's a 1 3/4 inch clip, and that's what my belt is, but I still had problems that it would rock on me. But just thought I would put out my initial opinions out there for you, just to help you guys with your decisions on possibly purchasing this, or if you already own one, some of the things that I think, a thing that I think would actually make it better. All right, guys, thanks and have a good day.